Hello, hi, hola. Today we are making the follow-up video. Follow-up isn't really the correct term. I guess it would just be the sequel to the tier list video. Dread Maybe is 1.6.1 is out and everything has changed. I'm just gonna fix up my skin, so I'm just gonna go over some of the big changes. Um, Gift boxes are not meta anymore. Um, so characters who thrived on gift boxes are kind of out of a job. Let me think. Healing kind of replaced gift boxes, so healers are broken now. Trying to think of all the changes. Health and damage have been readjusted across the board, and so a lot of things have changed from that. It's just a lot of stuff that really shakes up the meta. The new characters are very, don't want to say all over the place, but a bit of that, yeah. There's a big jump in a lot of character strengths. Alright, the video is gonna start soon, I promise. Now, I never understood what this thing was, like the box design and the Secret of the Mimic. Always confused me. No Kabilame mechanism. Alright, so let's get into this. If you notice, I don't have any tier names because I don't believe in tier names. They're worth propaganda. So, first character, Freddy Fazbear. So, with Freddy, you're unlocking him as a base character. Ignore the levels. um, he is very good for a base character. He has Pizza Wheel with his really nice damage on area enemies. Jump Scare is really, really nice in the early game. But I think his best trait is Birthday. With Birthday, you're buffing speed and defense, which are the most important things to get in the early game. And Freddy being able to do both of those in one move is really important. And if you cycle fast enough, which you are going to be able to because you're going to have the speed right, you're going to be able to go into another birthday. And after you get that high enough, I think you can go into Pizza Wheel, Jump Scare, whatever. Freddy's just very versatile and he gives you something that you really, really need in the early game. I'm going to put him up here. Just for a note, if I put a character somewhere, there's a very good chance I'll change it later because I'll just reconsider. So Bonnie the Bunny. Um, with the recent changes, last video, if you've seen the last video, um, I'm sorry, I'm so tired. In the last video, Bonnie was very good because he was a better healer than Chica, and healing was very important in the early game. But now, healing is very important overall. And so, Chica has become a better healer than Bonnie, in my opinion. But I think just having Gloomsong and Bash Jam just gives him a bit of an edge over Chica just generally because all Chica does is heal. So I'd say they're very close. Chica, I was just touching on her. She's very good at healing. With Regen Song, Party Favors Cupcake. That's very good healing with Regen Song that does it over time and then you can stack it on cupcakes. I just say that she's a little bit worse than Bonnie. Foxy. So Foxy's thing in the early game is that he is a DPS, or not DPS, a DOT fiend. damage over time, chip damage, as one would call it. With hot cheese, your munchies, and jump scare too. In the early game, that's very good. Having the ability to do these DOT effects along with jump scaring the enemies. I say, put them up here. Now, Golden Freddy. He's Golden Freddy. He likes to scare, and when he scares, it becomes a nightmare. Um, Jump Scare, Rainy Day 2. These are very, very, very good moves. Munchies. It's kind of the same thing as with Foxy. He's a very good DOT, but I think he has better DOT. With Rainy Day 2 being passive DOT plus a defense drop that is going to be essential and also helping with the Munchies 2 damage. Because the Munchies 2, they're going to be dealing damage over time. But it's going to be amplified by the Rainy Day 2, and he has Jump Scare for if both of those are applied at the same time. Haunting, I'd say it's a worse jump scare in my opinion, but it's an option there for if you really need haunting for whatever niche haunting has. So I'd say he's up here. You know what? Actually, he's pretty good. Endo 01. Endo 1. Endo 01. Scarether is very much agreed upon to be the worst. Well, no, it's a bit of a debate, but in my opinion, he's the worst character in the game. He does nothing that another character doesn't do better. That you unlock earlier than him, with the exception of Mimic Ball. But once you get Auto Mimic, if you're running a Mimic Ball build, then you're either using Auto Mimic or where is he? You're using Fredbear over here. So I'd say he's the worst character in the game. Phone Guy. Now, a lot of people hype up Phone Guy, which I do not agree with. Phone Guy is a weird character. His main thing is Bonkabot. Bonkabot is a gimmick move. Bonkabot is not a good move. Like, you're getting damage that you could be getting elsewhere from more consistent sources that doesn't slow you down by 10 million years. Mask is very time dependent, which I mean, it's better because you're able to see enemy attack timings now in 1.6. But it's still very awkward to use. You'll have to delay your turn to get the full effect of the mask, which is not optimal with wristbands, speed stacking. That is the meta now. So wasting time to hit a mask reflect just isn't very not very good. Neon Wall, you're using auto shield in most circumstances. Water Hose 2 is a good attack. I will not lie, but there are a lot of situations where Water Hose 2 just shouldn't be used, or there is a better character to use it. So that Phone Guy is down here. Fan Lad. This character had a great glow up. Fan Lad. Endo Army 2. The second best Endo Army 2 user. Bite Bash. It's an alright move. Beam Barrage though. Beam Barrage. This is the Fan Lad move. He sets up the Endo Army 2 and uses Beam Barrage, and it's very, very good. You're doing a lot of damage with the beams. You're doing a lot of damage with the endos. And if the occasion calls, you can Bite Bash. I don't know what situation you would Bite Bash in, but he's very good. He definitely has flaws. He's a very well-balanced character. Speed Song is very useful in a lot of situations. because endless speed is pretty much a necessity. Fight bashes, um, it's alright. Beam Barrage and Dormitory, very good. But I have two characters. Toy Freddy, well, alright. I want to illustrate the. Well, I'm not going to say the direct name of the strat. Let's call it Box Bombs. Let's call it self-inflicted Box Bombs. Um, so Box Bombs is a strat discovered, I think, the day of 1.6. And what it does is that you use the gift boxes. These gift boxes no longer prevent you from dying. They do is that they set you to 0 HP when you die. Whereas normally you'd go into negatives. And you used gift bombs, which do a bazillion damage whenever a character dies. But they cancel out. So what Box Bombs does is that you will do the billions of damage, but you will stay at 0 HP. And so what Toy Freddy does for this strat is that he uses Rage Quake, and it can kill your own team to proc Box Bombs. Is this a gimmick? Very much so. This is very much a gimmick, but it's a very good gimmick. It's a very like I don't want to say reliable, but like unreliably reliable, I think is the best way to say it. But outside of Box Bombs, which you aren't unlocking until later in the game, you're not going to be able to fully utilize Box Bombs until much later. He's very mid. He's just a worse Freddy until you unlock Box Bombs. So I think for that, I'll go here. Toy Bonnie! This character is very weird. He has the same kind of thing as Foxy, or is it DOT? But then he's also kind of the same thing as Chica, where he has party favor. He's a very all over the place character. Party services is a great super. Prize ball is an alright move. Bash jam is just nice damage for the early game. Not nothing to write home about. Just a worse chipper. Say chipper like that isn't a character. A good DOT user. Toy Chica, on the other hand, this character is very, very interesting for the early game. You have Cake Beast as your super. You have Cupcakes, and you have Birthday and Water Hose. So what this character does, she doesn't have the versatility of Freddy or uh, um the speciality of Foxy. But what she does is that she presses Birthday. She can heal very well with Cupcakes in the early game. And she can Water Hose, and Water Hose is very, very good for the early game, where you're going to be needing to kill enemies fast before they can kill you. Right? You don't have your very tanky units yet. So Water Hose is very good for the early game. So yeah, move her up above Bonnie. Now Mangle, this character fell off a bit. I will not lie. Because they kinda separated the bond between Mangle and JJ a little bit. Now don't get me wrong, the popper synergy is still very, very, very important to the early game. It still is the optimal way to play the early game. But JJ is very much a viable character on her own. She no longer has to rely on Mangle, and that kind of pushes Mangle down the tiers a little bit. Normally, in the past, if you wanted to run Mangle and JJ, you would have to run one or the other. Or, I'm a setup. If you wanted to run one or the other, you'd have to run both. But JJ is a functional character on her own. But Mango's still very good. Poppers, Prize Ball, Hot Cheese. She's just a nice chipper now. See, I'm moving things around already. Balloon Boy? We slept on Balloon Boy. Oh, I didn't know you could traverse this with WASD. We slept on Balloon Boy. He has the same chip moves as Foxy, but he has better damage. Prize Ball is, you don't really need to use Prize Ball because Balloons is going to be doing as much damage as it is equivalent value to Jump Scare, but you're getting more damage. So I'd say it's above equivalent value. So I'd say the Balloon Boy is better than Foxy, the Pirate Fox. Now JJ, I was just saying, very good character on her own. She no longer has to rely on popper synergies. Balloons, as I was saying, very good move. Gloom Balloon. I don't know what they were thinking with this. Gloom Balloon is a very, very overbearing attack in the early game. Lowering enemy attack power. And just what it does is very... You just cannot lose value from pressing this move over something else. Like there are situations where maybe you would want to press balloons over Gloom Balloon, for more damage, but or maybe poppers for your big cash out. But in most scenarios, Gloom Balloon you will never be like, oh man, why'd I use Gloom Balloon there? Just infinite value. So I think Gloom Balloons kind of pushes her up. It's gonna be a very hot take. But call me a chef. Marionette. What Marionette does is they are the earliest user of Heal Prayer. I think Lily Gear Link. That is pretty much Cupcakes Deluxe. Cupcakes is already a very nice move in the early game. Region Song, again, as I was saying with Chica, consistent healing over the battle. Birthday, again. Nice raising of stats and gift boxes. The earliest gift boxer, if I remember correctly. And Eternal Shield. One of, if not the best supers in the game. Well, no, there are better supers, but one of the best supers. Very oppressive character in the early game where you are going to need her on a team in a lot of cases. Paper Pals. Paper Pals is a very weird character. I will not. I'm sorry. I will not be the first to say that. Paper Pals is a very, very weird character. They just have like a lot of stuff thrown together, which is very on brand for the Paper Pals. Right? This conglomerate of three little guys. Prize Ball 2, it's an orange. I'm not a fan of RNG myself, but it's whatever. I mean, it makes sense for the characters. Mystery Box. This is one of the worst characters in the game, or one of the worst moves in the game, I believe. It ruins your entire team synergy. It might just give you worse characters, just objectively. Just a very not good move. Mega Pizza. Mega Pizza is really good. It's really good damage for Lily Gear Link. Can't even argue with that. Very good Lily Gear Link damage. And wall. I mean, if you don't have auto wall, very, very nice. But this character just has a lot of stuff that doesn't flow together. In a lot of cases, you're just gonna be spamming Mega Pizza. So I think that puts them around here. Now Withered Freddy. Withered Freddy is in a very weird spot. You're getting them at the Withering Dunes. I don't think that's what it's called. The Snowland. I don't know what the proper name is. I don't play this game, sorry. Um, Pizza Wheel 2, very, 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 very good for the early game where you unlock Withered Freddy. It is probably going to be your main damaging move until Black Tomb, where you unlock the Nightmares. The Nightmares are the most damage-focused variation of the starters, in my opinion. But Withered Freddy also has Mic Toss too. Bouncy microphone indeed. Gloom Song, lower enemy attacks, escape key. I mean, it's alright. Withered Freddy, that Pizza Wheel 2 is going to be very, very good. Put him around here. Withered Bonnie, got Electric. Now these two, they're kind of a pair because they both have Electrocute. And Electrocute is the best meter building attack until you get around the swamp. Yeah, no, Dreadbear has gear turn. Electrocute, the best meter builder up till that point. You can spend that meter on Pizza Fury 2. Eternal Shield. I'm sure there are better options. Or equivalent options. But in my opinion, Withered Chica is the more versatile of the two. And so that'll give her the edge over her brother. Withered Foxy has Luck and Load. Luck and Load. Very, very awkward attack to use, as it's a worse use for the box bomb strategy. The self-inflicted box bomb, also known as the low tier god strategy. You should rage quit yourself now. But outside of Luck and Load, if you ignore that, Hot Cheese 2 is a very nice chip for where you unlock Withered Foxy. Rainy Day, it's a mini Golden Freddy. He's mini Golden Freddy. Hook. I mean, he doesn't have jump scare, so that makes him worse. He doesn't have any other disrupting moves that he can press. But Hook is it's all right. Luck and Load, you can press it, I suppose, if your heart desires. Like we like to shame Luck and Loaders here, but I mean he's all right. Withered Golden Freddy is, in my opinion, the slightly better of the Golden Freddys. Wolden Freddy, as we call him, Wolden Freddy. Full of wold. Not mold. Of course he would not be full of wold. Mold. What am I talking about? So Haunting 2, of course, very, very, very good stun. Global stonification. Get them stoned, one could say. Which, I mean, it isn't that off to say that you get him stoned when he has Toxic Bite. And the Mega Pizza and the Unscrew 2. He's a very well-rounded character. Haunting 2 is a very great support. I'm gonna keep coming around to Haunting 2 because the hauntings and the jump scares in this game are very important. Then he just has all around nice damage. Mega Pizza again, very broken. Toxic Bite, toxic, or the poison effect, I should say. Very, very nice to inflict with the high bite damage. And then you can just press Mega Pizza and Haunting 2, and you can press Unscrew if your heart desires. So I'd say he's slightly better than his brother, just for being more well-rounded. That isn't to say that not being well-rounded is good. If a character is very good at what they specialize in, that makes them good. But now we come into the opposite, where the character specializes in something and it makes them very much bad. Shadow Freddy is the most divisive character in this community, I think. If you ask me what I think about Shadow Freddy, Bowump. Um, 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 this is a very hard character to talk about. Like, this is just such a hard character to talk about because there is nothing consistent about him. Unscrew 2 is a 50-50. Water Hose 2 needs to be under 50%. That's his best move. A lot of people glaze static, which is very nonsensical to me. High and inconsistent damage has never been good in this game. I think. I don't think high inconsistent damage has ever been good. Chance to make an enemy vanish it's an alright secondary effect. I like it. It's if you're the luckiest person alive, you can use Shadow Freddy well. If you're ZL Gal, you can use Shadow Freddy well. Jackpot is a fake move. I refuse to acknowledge this is a move that exists, I think. It's just not real. You have to spend like 10 turns to hit a gold, and you become effectively immortal for 32 seconds. Like, you can't die, but if you have a good strat, then you're not dying anyway. Right? I mean, he's alright for you where you unlock him, I suppose, I guess. He's just not good. Recusifix, RXQ, Shadow Bonnie. I'll use those interchangeably, because I know it's going to make somebody mad. So, the thing with Recusifix is that Haunting it's a nice move, right? Haunting. But RXQ having it in, Christ, I think Pinwheel Circus? Haunting 1 is a weird move to have on a Pinwheel Circus character. Mimic Ball, you're in Pinwheel Circus, you have Auto Mimic available to you at any point in the game up at this point. That is a really weird word of saying it, but you have Auto Mimic by the time that you have access to Recusifix, Shadow Bonnie. Gift boxes, I mean, he's an alright gift boxer. But Alarm is where he shines. And as much as I don't like talking about Mendo is a better alarmer. I'd say Recusifix is around here. Endo 2. Endo 02. Cleaning my glasses. Endo 2 is a slightly better Endo 1. The thing with Endo 2 is that whereas Endo 1 had literally nothing, Endo 2 has Water Hose 2. Water Hose 2 is it's a great move, really. A lot of characters have it, and it effectively halves enemy HP. That's a very good effect. But Endo 2 is just not a good character to use. Speed Song is done better than Endless Speed. Endless Speed is pretty much a necessary chip. Neon Wall, Auto Shield, of course. And then Endo Army. There's just better Endo Army users. Well, there's one better Endo Army user because nobody has base Endo Army, apparently. They decided to give that move to 3 characters, 2 of which were bottom tier. So I say he's like here. Toy Foxy, what did they do to you? What did they do to you, Toy Foxy? Why did they like take away all of your swag and aura? Toy Foxy is an objectively worse Spring Bonnie, which is very sad because I like them both equally, but it's just the facts. Love Shot is the worst healing move in the game. Well, there's party favors. People are gonna hate on me for saying that, but there's party favors. It's worse. But in what universe would you press a move that would heal your enemies? Cosmic Song is good damage. Gift Box is so sad. It's just so sad. I'm so sorry, Toy Foxy. What did they do to you? A crying child. This child got saved from poverty. We got him out of the hood. The metaphorical hood. We got him to be a good character. You've birthday. You've happiest day, which is great healing over time. Mask, I've already gone over Mask, but Pixel Loons, it's good damage. This is a very support-oriented character. You press happiest day, you do your healing. You press birthday, you got your stats up, and if you have nothing to do, then you press Pixel Loons. You win on this. You win $10 billion. You won the jackpot. $1. I'd say he's up here. Oh, let me move Frederick down. See, this is what I'm talking about. Purple guy. Purple guy. He goes by many names. Matt Pat, Scott Cawthon, Phone Guy, Evil Dirtbag with the Chainsaw. He goes by many names. There are like two people that are gonna get that reference. But he's the best Endo Army 2 user. He presses Endo Army 2. He's a very conniving man, right? He presses Endo Army 2. He spring locks the enemies. And if you feel quirky, you can hocus pocus them, I guess. Mass Slash. It's an alright super. Slasher, it's not a good move, but just the fact that he... Here, let me... For the truly broken characters. We're making new tiers. YouTube. Purple guy! And Army 2. Booyah. Moving on to FNAF 3. It's time to spring the trap. I'm making so many FNAF World the Musical or FNAF the Musical references. But Spring Trap. I'd say that we overhyped Salvage a bit. I'll say it. I think that Salvage was a bit overhyped. Thriller is... It's an alright move. I won't lie. The 3 and 4 is very nice. To do the defense debuffs along with Spring Locks, Rainy Day to Haunting. He's a very saboteur character, I think is the best way to describe him. He's not necessarily a debuffer, but he's not necessarily a damager either. He's a saboteur. He lowers the enemy's defense. He can haunt them. And he can even build up a bit of stocks for your team with the haunting. Thriller, again, very good move. You can just press Spring Locks after. He doesn't do a lot of heavy lifting for the team, I'd say. I mean, Spring Locks is a very... I'm just going to keep repeating this, but it's a very good move. Because that's what a lot of things are in this game. Very good. This is a game with a very high power ceiling. So I think I'd put him about here. No, about here. Yeah. Now on to the Phantoms. The Phantoms are very debuff. Are the debuffed versions of the main cast and BB and Mangle and Puppet. But it's very weird to rank them because they aren't damage dealers. You have to kind of base them off the merit of how much value are they going to supply to your team. Well, how much value are they going to degrade from the enemy team, I suppose. So Phantom Freddy is very good at denying enemies. You have Gloom Song to lower attacks. You have Rainy Day to lower defense, and that's a lot of what you need when you unlock the Phantoms. You got your Toxic Pizzas. He has two exclusive moves, Toxic Pizzas and Toxic Songs. And they're both very good moves. Phantom Freddy is a very, very good character. So I'd say that he goes here. Phantom Chica, this is the more debuff oriented of the Phantoms. Gloom Balloon, Rainy Day. Like with Freddy, no, not her. Gloom Song and Rainy Day, which I mean, they're the same thing. With Freddy, you're usually pressing your toxic moves. With Chica, you're probably pressing your sludge, your haunting, slowing the enemies down, freezing them, right? And Toxic Fight, I mean, it's not very good, but it's all right. What she's doing, I refuse to acknowledge Unscrew as a move. I'd say that she's worse than Phantom Freddy, definitely. Now, Phantom BB. This character's broken. I don't know who approved this character. But the Balloon Children are very much up this patch. Toxic Balloons does too much damage for being unlocked in like World 2, World 1. And inflicting poison. Gloom Balloon, very good move, Rainy Day. And Water Hose, you're killing enemies that are under 30%. He's a very, very broken character, I'd say. Now then, they supposedly nerfed this character. Or they supposedly nerfed Phantasm. I don't believe them because it's still broken. I don't think they nerfed me. I don't think that's true. I don't think that they're telling the truth on that one. Phantasm is the best stun move in the game. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Oh shoot. The best stun move in the game. Hands down, I don't think that there is a single stun move better than maybe Death Wish. Or not Death Wish, Be Quiet. But we'll get to that later. Phantom Angle, this is the most offense oriented of the Phantoms with your Pizza Wheel 2. Pizza Wheel 2 is a very good move. You're doing very high damage. You're hitting multiple enemies. Toxic Bite, of course, you gotta have Toxic on the Phantoms. Sludge, one of the only sludge users in the game. Speed control is very nice, very good. And you have your Water Hose, just kill everything under 30%. Phantom Angle's a very good early game character. They play the early game extremely well. not very much to say besides that. Phantom Marionette. Oh, okay, Phantom Puppet. It hurts me to look at this character. She had some stuff going on in 1.5. I mean, she kind of does in 1.6, kind of. She's like, you know how Withered Foxy's like mini Golden Freddy? Um, she's just like worse Withered Foxy in some fucked up evil way. This ruins everything. This is an alright move. I've already talked about Toxic Wing too. Who had it? Who was it that had it? I know that someone out here had Toxic Bite too. W hallucination. It's like FNAF, I get it. Was it you? Yes, you. But it doesn't really jive well with hot cheese with the chip. Like, okay, you're doing poison chip, but there are better characters that can do the poison chip. Right? You have better phantoms. You have this demon. It's not good. Fredbear! 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 How do I? Fredbear! 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 Okay, let's put everything back to normal. What did they do to this character? They gave him one of the best healing moves. They gave him the best healing super. They gave him a great damaging move. And they gave him a great meter builder. Mimic Ball is the only semi-bad move in the game, but he can kind of replace Mimic, Auto Mimic in some cases, in very specific circumstances. Leadership is the main thing that makes him broken. Well, leadership and Frettles too. They gave him everything. He buffs your own party, he heals you. With Auto Mimic, you are pretty much healing a full health bar back from leadership. Frettles 2 is a great meter builder. Jawbreakers, it's alright damage, but you're not using it for damage that much. I don't know what they were thinking with this character. I don't know how they were thinking with this character. Spring Bonnie is the best healer that isn't banned in Mendo's Endurance Training. So most teams that you're going to see in Mendo's Endurance Training are going to be using Spring Bonnie. Happy Jam 2 is a great healing move. Spring Lux 2 is great meter builder. She's pretty much just like somewhat worse Fredbear. Cosmic Song, she has box bomb potential. She's very good for box bombs, really. She's really good for box bombs. She's just a somewhat worse Fredbear. Let's say like, yeah. The Nightmares, ooh, scary. The Nightmares are the damage oriented versions of the starters. So Nightmare Freddy. I think they patched out that you can unlock him in Mysterious Mine. Which I mean fair. You get him as early as World 2. Made him that artificially inflated his value. But now that that's patched, Bite 2 is an alright move. Bad Pizza is his best move, probably. Poison plus the damage. Freddles is an alright meter builder. He's a sludge user, definitely. That's good for speed control. Freddles is most meter builders are very good. I'll say. Let's say he's around here. Let's demote some people. Rearrange some people as well. Nightmare Bonnie, very similar to Nightmare Freddy, but I'm pretty sure. I would say that Nightmare Bonnie is probably the best of the Nightmares that isn't named Nightmare. The Nightmare starting cast, I suppose. Pizza Wheel 2 and Rainy Day 2 and Power Song. He's just very offensive oriented and he's very good at what he does. He's very unique that he, instead of debuffing enemy defense to get you more power, he will buff your own offense. Well, no, I guess he does still. He like stacks them on top of each other, I should say. But again, better characters have better healing or strength buffs. Cough cough. But he's good. He's good, definitely. With the Pizza Wheel too. Nightmare Chica is kind of a chipper. A DOTer, I should say. Munchies too, and then she just kind of presses Bad Pizza. She's kind of just a like slightly better Freddy, I suppose. Nightmare Foxy. Luck and Load, if we ignore Luck and Load. He's kind of just a worse Chica. He's not doing anything that Nightmare Chica isn't doing better. I need to stop clarifying them based on their global names. I think that'd be the right phrasing. Like the actual character they're based on and not their class or their game. Their species? Their variation. I don't know what you would call like nightmares, phantoms, toys. I don't know what you would call them. Nightmare Fredbear. These two brothers. These champions. These champions, man. Haunting 2. Very good move. I won't even hold you. Nightmare 2 or Haunting 2. Very, very good move. Gonna stun the enemies. Stun them. Megabyte. It's nice damage. It's very nice damage. Mega Pizza, it's area. Freddle is your building meter. He's just an alright character. There's no big problems with him, I'd say. He doesn't have any outstanding weaknesses. Nightmare, on the other hand, what were they thinking? What were they thinking? What were they thinking? What were they thinking? Alright. So the thing with Nightmare is that you can stun enemies. Then you can use Trepidation. The thing with Trepidation is that, it has such a long windup, but you can stun them. So it doesn't really matter. Rainy Day 2, you're also debuffing their defense. Is broken. This champion is cracked. He also has Phantasm. Phantasm carries little Phantom Boy here. So of course it's gonna carry Nightmare. Plush Trap. I'm not even gonna explain this character. I don't feel like it. I don't want to explain this character. Nightmare Mangle. This is a. So I want to say I've had an awakening, but someone, opened my eyes to Nightmare Mangle recently. I used to think that Nightmare Mangle was like turbo broken because they could spam Omega Byte, and it's true they can spam Omega Byte, but the counter Omega chip is just better. because you don't have to dedicate a you don't have to get dedicated character just spamming Omega Bite. And even then, there's a better Omega Bite presser. And they just don't really do anything outside of that, I guess. Hunting 2, Buzzsaw, I guess. They're just alright, I suppose. Like, they're, they're, of course, really strong, but they're a Halloween character. I think that they're just very weak for a Halloween character basis. So the Jacko twins, Johnny and Jika. Johnny and Jika. They share most of their moveset, but Jacko Bonnie has a usable move, and Jacko Chica doesn't. The end. Uh, Jacko Chica has an unusable move. Nightmare BB. So Nightmare BB got a lot of buffs. Balloons 2, very good attack. Omega Bite, alright attack. Munchies X, the best chip move in the game. The best DOT move. Nightmare BB just is very good at what he does, and that's just like doing damage. He's a nightmare, and he's a Halloween character. It's in his blood, really. I mean, does he qualify for up here? He's here. Nightmarion, Fourth Wall, Tendrils, Gift Bombs. They thought this was okay. They thought this was okay. Endoplush, 26 is gonna get really mad at me for this. I don't hype up Endoplush that much. I really get the hype. I don't understand the hype. They're good. I mean, Regen Song, Healing Overtime is great, but they don't have anything to stack on the Healing Overtime. Cosmic Song is fine damage, and Water Hose 2 halving the enemy's health. That's great. I just feel like they're better characters than Endoplex. Like, they have a great moveset. It's just they're just really they seem really good in theory, and then in practice they kind of are just kind of weird. I think is the best way to describe them. Like they have so much that it's like, okay, what should I press in this scenario? And you end up wasting time. You have to think in advance to use Endoplush, which is not what this game's about. Dee Dee, this character, they killed Satan. Merry Christmas to everyone. Fish Frenzy is a dead move. Reelin is a move of all time. Prize Bowl 2 is, I mean, it's alright. Hookin' D's and nuts. Hookin' Dee nuts. um, Lolbit. This character has always been very weird to me. I don't think I have ever seen anyone use Lolbit since Lol Slow was nerfed. And like, Jesus Christ, what did they do to Lol Slow? They made it 15 seconds of slow. It's worse than like Sludge. Uh, Lol Steel is alright. You can press Dread Bite. You can press Dread Bite. Bite Bash is done better by Jamline. So I don't think there's a reason to ever use this character. Both of the Toy Foxy variants are super low. That's sad. Mendo! He's the mascot of the tournament I run, so I'm legally obligated to put him high. That's how that works. But no. Mendo Endo. I have a whole Mendo hate document. But he's alright. He's the best Endo Army user. Endo Army 2 user, I should say. That isn't Halloween. Which I guess gives him a niche. If you're playing on easy mode, Mendo is top tier. I said it. There it is. Mendo is broken if you're playing on easy mode. But then again, most characters are. If you want to know my thoughts about Mendo, go into the server and just find the Mendo hate document I wrote. That just gives more concise information on my thoughts on Mendo. Salvage. I kind of touched on Salvage in the Springtrap section, and a lot of my thoughts are the same as with Springtrap because they are very similar characters. I just think that Salvage is. I actually think Salvage is worse than Springtrap. This is going to be a very hot take. I don't think Hallucinate gives you enough value to not use Spring Locks or Rainy Day 2. I think that the value from both of those moves outweighs the values from both of these moves. Salvage is still pretty good. Sparkhawkathon, Sparky. This character is only up here. I will call for a Sparky rework until the day of my death. The only reason Sparky is going to be up here is because he's the best Endo Army user. Because there are no other good Endo Army users. I genuinely think Mendo would be a 10 times better character if he had Endo Army 1. Because he would synergize with the other Endo Army 2 users. And it would put Sparky back on the streets. Not even a FNAF character. Shaking my head. The Rockstars. Oh god, the Rockstars. And the reincarnation of Satan. So Rockstar Freddy is another candidate for the worst character. I'll put him here though. I think he's bottom. This move will kill your team most of the time, but even then it's not reliable in that. It's not even reliable on killing your team. Come on. Deposit is it's average. It says it right here. It's average. Mega Pizza. It's good damage. It's good damage. Gloom Song. I would rather use other Gloom Song users. It's not good. Rockstar Bonnie. Bzin is gonna get very mad at me for what I'm gonna say about this character. Uh, I would rather not spend 10 years finding a transparent guitar. Blues Tune. I mean, it's great. I like Blues Tune, actually. I am a big Blues Tune fan. Rainy Day. Rainy Day is alright. Rainy Day 2 on this character is alright. You're just pressing guitar grab and blue tunes. On this character, Rainy Day 2 doesn't really serve a purpose because you're using Rockstar Bunny for the good attack lowering. Not a lot of other characters have good attack lowering capabilities. So I'd say Rockstar Bunny. I kind of hated on him. I was kind of a hater, but now I have vibes in. Maraka Rang. I've seen nobody use this character. I don't think there's a single human being who uses this character, not gonna lie. But she's good. She's very good. Her super is very good. Rattle is a very nice attack. Or not attack, it's a very nice move. That'll heal you. And healing is always good. Healing over time is always good. Rang, it's good area damage. What can I good area damage is good area damage. Nice chip. I think she's the best of the rock stars. I don't want to talk about this character. My life is better every second that I'm spending not talking about Rockstar Foxy. Um, but we can't all have what we want. Christ, okay. I've already talked about Jackpot. I've already talked about Luck and Load. Parrot Razzle, it's a move that you can use. Do you want to press the move? No, not really. But you gotta press the move if you're using this character. I would rather use other moves to fill up my bar than Parrot Razzle. Birthday's great. There are better birthday users. Time for the good. I like how every character after that is like broken. Well, not healthy, but he's still good. Every character after that is broken. Hell or lefty, lefty, righty, righty, tighty, lefty, loosey. All right, somebody lefty, loosey this character in a broken state. Haha, get the joke, guys. It's so funny. Gift bombs broken. Steel song broken. Be quiet broken. Every move on this character is broken. I don't know how this character got past testing in this current state. This will just stun them for they will be here for the Neolithic period before they're out of their stun. Steel Song is one of the best healing moves because it's also going to do 3 billion damage in Death Wish area damage that depends on enemy health. We already know how that goes. We already know how that goes. They're just not as specialized to what they do as the better characters. I think is how that works. I I I don't even know. I don't even know. Do I have to talk about this character? Wristbands is, I think, as meta warping as gift boxes 1.5. Having gift bands up is pretty much a necessity. Gift cover is pretty much just gift boxes light. Heal prayer is the best single use or single tick healing move. It's fucking rainy day, dude. This character's broken. I don't know how this character. This is the best character. I think that Security Puppet is on par with 1.5 Coffee. I'm not even joking. I think Security Puppet is on par with 1.5 Coffee in terms of how good they are. I don't know. I don't know. Healthy. Alright. Healthy is a very. I like how he has two unique. He's just a silly guy. Everyone loves Healthy. Not the ball pits. Or the lawyers. Air Hawaiian Brown makes everyone hit themselves. It's a better hallucination. Into the pit. I I want to hate on Into the Pit so bad, but it's such a stupid move, and it's so funny. Like he breaks his neck if you miss, and then you just look at him. Oh, my talking thing is broken. I don't know how long it's been broken. Why are you? Stop. What are you? What? Why is it? Why is it broken? Is it okay? Sure. That was a very funny. Okay. I fixed it, I guess. Anyway, Mimic Ball, I mean, Fredbear, Auto Mimic, right? Regent Sun, great. Helpy's a great character. I hated on Helpy originally. That was a incident and a half. But Helpy's great. Gotta love Helpy. Candy Cadet! Candy, come get your candy. I don't know why they made this character broken, but they did. That is not what I meant to do. Oh, where were you? You were like here. For a long time, this was the top four. But I have a hot take later. Candy Cadet. They buffed him. Well, no, I don't think they buffed. I guess they technically nerfed him, but they made the most healing centric meta of all time, and then didn't nerf him on release. They kind of nerfed him in 1.6, but it's not a nerf that mattered. They gave him Jacko Bombs that heals you. They gave him the I don't know which is a better single tick healing move. I haven't tested the healing values exactly, but I'm pretty sure they're about equal. They gave him a move that halves enemies' health, and then they gave him Hocus Pocus, I guess. Then they give him the best healing super. I don't know. He's kind of broken. Hold on. Dreadbear. Dreadbear is a I don't want to say gimmicky, very interesting character. Gear Turn is great meter build. Dreadbite is super good. Super good. You're healing your team and damaging enemies a lot. Haunting 2, of course. Broken Sauce Unlimited. The Nightmare Endo. Your gear turning on. You're electrocuted. This is the meter builder character. Jump Scare and Munchies X. Yeah, this character is pure support, and I'm so here for it. Well, no, I think I put a little bit below Dreadbear. He just builds so much meter so fast. Then you have Munchies X. You're damaging over time. And Jump Scare. You know what I think would make his character great? If they replace Jump Scare with Endo Army 1. But people aren't ready for that talk. Alright. Here's my take. Here's my take. They didn't nerf this character enough. They removed Jump Scare, but they did not nerf this character enough. He still does everything he did before. Well, no, Gift Box has got very much nerfed. So he doesn't do everything he did before. He isn't the paragon of literally everything anymore. He does so much damage, he can cycle the invincibility. Especially now with wristbands. He can very much cycle the invincibility. Beam Barrage it's alright. But Mega Virus is the best damage dealing move in the game. And Wall is great defensive. Too. Gift Boxes is great. He is great for box bombs. And 40th Wall is amazing as a super. He's top 3. That's my take. Now, They kind of gave him an identity. I don't know if I agree with it. No, no. They gave him stakes, which stacks with poison, which is great, but you don't really use it. Like, he has fourth wall, he has mimic ball, he has stake, he has plus wall. 40th wall. Super. He's just kind of worse than both of these. Hell, he shares a lot of his moveset with both of them. Like, in terms of function. Just kind of doesn't do anything that the better Halloween Chads can do better. Anim Dude. There's not really a lot to say about Anim Dude. Um, I'm trying to think of what to say about him. Because nothing really changed about him between 1.5 and 1.6. He's still pretty much the exact same character. And that exact same character is a good ass character. Just not the greatest. So there we go. This is my list, probably. This should be going out soon o'clock. Um, Shoutouts to 26. Shoutouts to New Constructor. Shout out to I there. Shout out to the legend. Kenny, TTA, Wally, everyone who's in that balance group chat. Um, People in Refresh Balance discussion who fight for their lives about low tiers. Shout out to Bizin. Shout out to Kevin. Uh, I think that's about it. Have a great day, everyone. Thank you for watching this 1 hour video. Thank you for putting up with my autistic ramblings about a FNAF World fan game. Goodbye.